Welcome to another episode, everyone. Let me address the JHood situation head on real quick in no particular order. I don't have a script or anything planned. I never do. Let me just speak on the situation loosely, if you will. Pay attention. Because some people were saying in the comments, what was JHood supposed to do? When JHood said that these individuals wanted him to stab someone in order for him not to go to PC. Listen, people asked, when Gumby had made the comment, how come Damian Porter, or whatever, to paraphrase, is not in the Hoovers, hasn't been going to the hood? And the answer is because JHood is in the hood. That's why. That's why I don't go over there. JHood is there. And many more people just like him. You heard JHood say that he was just chilling in the Hoovers. What? Bro, listen. So first of all, that should tell you, it's not like, again, I cannot go over there. So let me get this right. I can't go over there. I can't go to my own hood. But JHood can go over there. He's not even from there. And he's accused of being a snitch. And he's a self-admitted PC. Yes, he is. 50-50 equals 100. When you add it up, 100% PC. That's what it is. That's what it equals up to. There's no 50-50. There's PC. And now there are rumors. Milk had it on his Instagram channel that JHood was in the cell with a grapist when he was on his PC yard. This is not surprising information. I don't know if it's true or not. I would not be surprised because this is who is on that yard. It's a PC yard. Now, let's say this. This is the real reason, this is what this video is about, the real reason that JHood went PC. And he went PC, he went to protective custody. Let's break this down. Supposedly because he snitched, right? This is the word. He unalived someone, he killed someone who was trying to kill him, or at least that's what he told the people on the stand. I guess he got on the stand. I don't know his whole case. I don't freaking know. Just going off of what he said. I guess he got on the stand and said that the dude was trying to kill him, and so he ended up killing him. He was claiming self-defense. And they said that he was snitching because he got on the stand and said that. But the dude is dead. How can you snitch on a dead man? I myself said that it's not snitching. I said that is not snitching. That I would do the same thing, but you're not supposed to get on the stand whatsoever. That's for one. But in defense of yourself, if you want to testify in your own defense, you can do that. As far as I'm concerned. Okay. But allegedly, he made statements outside of the courtroom. I don't know that to be a fact, so maybe I shouldn't even say that, but allegedly. Nevertheless, whatever happened in the courtroom, when he got to the prison yard, the individuals there said that he had to go. He himself said he got voted off. That they said, man, you're out of here because you snitched. People were saying in the comments that this was selective politicking, dirty politicking, that was not snitching. And my thing is this. If it's dirty politicking, and it could be, because I don't know that he made statements outside of the courtroom. And if he did not, again, that's what had been alleged. But if not, then what he did say in the courtroom, if that's what he said, that the dude was trying to kill him, excuse me, the dude was trying to kill him, and he ended up killing the dude, My bad. He was trying to kill me. It's not like they can, as I said in one of my other videos, they can go dig the dude up from his grave and take him to prison. Oh, you were trying to kill him? We getting you there. It was self-defense on his part. We gonna send you to prison. He's dead. So I didn't feel like that was snitching. That's my opinion. Now, prison yard is a beast all on its own. It has its own politics and its own rules. It's different than the streets. And nevertheless, these decisions are not made lightly. First of all, not these days, calling someone a snitch and or removing someone from the yard because of this snitch allegation. This is not taken lightly. Putting a snitch jacket on someone can cost them their life. And you're certainly not going to remove one of your heavy hitters from the yard, one of your young riders, one of your individuals that's around here knocking people out and busting heads and stabbing 50 people and all of this. You need him on the yard. You're not going to do it lightly. It's my only point being for those individuals, whomever it was, to come to that conclusion, to come to that decision that this dude had to go. We don't know why they made that decision, but knowing what I know about the culture and about prison and prison politics, I know that these decisions are not taken lightly. They're not made lightly. My only point being that they must have felt like there was enough evidence there to support that decision. They ain't just wake up and say this dude got to go. There was something there where they said, "Oh no, this ain't right. He out of here." Period. We can debate whether it was right or wrong. I don't know, but they made that decision. So they told JHood to stab someone, according to what he said there in his No Jumper interview, in order to stay on the yard. Bro, we got this paperwork. We got word. You a rat. You a snitch. You snitched on the dead man. We voting you off the yard. You got to go. But you can stay if you stab someone. Now, this is what JHood said. Personally, I find this hard to believe because if that is factual, then the individuals are in line for a DP themselves. They need to be disciplined immediately because no snitch can stay on the yard under any circumstances. Once you have determined that this individual is a snitch, he cannot redeem that. He cannot stab someone to redeem himself and to then stay on the yard. You still have a snitch on the yard. There are instances, there are situations where someone can stab someone to get back into the good graces of their faction, put in some sort of work or whatever to make amends for one infraction or another. But not for snitching, not for being a chomo. This sort of stuff, the rules are clear. You can't be here. You have to go. You can go and kill 50 COs. We don't care what you do. You out of here. You a snitch. You got to go. That's it. Those are the rules. So for him to say that they told him to stab someone and then he can stay on the yard as a snitch just because he stabbed someone, it's fallacious. It's not supposed to happen. If it is true, I don't know. It may be. Because the game is shady and crooked and felonious these days. Who knows? But if it is true, the individuals that offered that are in clear violation because this individual is not supposed to stay on the yard. Period. You can't stay. Once it's been determined that you are a snitch, you cannot redeem yourself by stabbing someone, killing someone, any of that. You're still a snitch. which is why the rule is clear that if you are, you must be removed from the yard in the most brutal of fashions. Now, JHood says that he didn't stab someone. He said, man, what do y'all think? I'm crazy. I have X amount of time before I go home. I'm not stabbing anyone. So basically, what was I supposed to do? And people in the comments even said, what was he supposed to do? Stab someone? And he had a few months to go home? Those dudes are not his friends that told him to stab someone. He did the right thing. No, he did the wrong thing. No, you do not have to stab someone. What he was supposed to do in that situation, for those who need and want to know, it's simple. Stab the individual who just told you to stab someone. That's the first thing you're supposed to stab him. Well, stab somebody. Okay. Give me the knife. It's going to be you. It's going to be you. First of all, well, the philosophy is the same. He only has a certain amount of time. He doesn't even want to stab him. Okay. Bare minimum, you're supposed to attack the individual. You go to the hole. JHood had 11 years. Just max out. Go to the hole and max out. They let you out of the hole, get off on somebody else, and then max out. Because if it's dirty politicking, it'll catch up to those individuals. Your homeboys will straighten that situation out. They're supposed to if your gang is strong. If they done dirty politics, you selective politicking to get you off the yard, just beat them up, take care of business. You're knocking people out all the time and all that anyway, so you say. And others have said, you got to squabble, get off. And then you go to the hole and you come out and you get off again. And then you're going to just parole from the hole. You'd have had a few more months and then you'd parole from the hole. Okay, that's better than going PC, which is what you did. You didn't go 50-50. There's no such thing. You went to a PC yard, then trying to justify it, talking about all of the yards are like that. Him and his sidekick was on there on No Jumper, talking about all of the yards are like that now. No, they're not. They even have at least 4 level 2s that are not 50-50. Many level 3s and all level 4 180s. None of them are 50-50. Not one. No. And then that's how he could have avoided it, for those who want to know. I've seen it happen before. People had problems getting Baby Devil from rolling 60s off the yard. I don't know all of their politics. Supposedly he did something he wasn't supposed to do. I know that individual. I was in the county jail with him, just about to tell a story about him because he was something from 60s at that time. But supposedly he went bad. They had problems getting him off the yard. He was coming out stabbing. They were trying to stab him and he was stabbing back and refusing to leave the yard. Scandalous D from 7-4 Hoop. Homies had problems getting him off the yard. He was refusing to go. Tiny Goofy, 107 Hoover. It was not an easy job to get him off the yard. He was coming out stabbing shit, busting on shit, getting off on shit, trying to get him off the yard. All of them eventually left the yard. Scrap, 107, same thing. They eventually had to leave the yard because everywhere they go, boom, 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 they getting busted on. So the police eventually said, no, we sending you over here to this PC yard, to 50-50. Because you're a danger to the yard. Every time you hit the yard, they eventually discover this dude is a target. He's the PC. Or they want him to be PC. We can see that. Everywhere you go, he's getting attacked. He did something. We got to get you off the yard, bro. You go. So they PC'd him up. That's not what happened with JHood. For one, he only had a few months left. All of those dudes I just named got life. And they can't keep hitting the yard, getting stabbed up. Like I said, the police are going to disallow that to continue to happen. They'll be liable at some point. And they have to do a lifetime in there, so they have to send them somewhere in order to function. You have a few months left. Again, you could have just went back and forth to the hole for a couple months and then parole. And I don't know the full story, but I don't even think that they attacked JHood like that to where when he said that they voted him off, it's like he went over there. And so what's going to happen? What should happen if someone disrespects you in prison? Because telling you to stab someone is disrespecting you. Having, congregating on you, voting you off, talking about you a snitch is disrespecting you. What's going to happen on the street if someone disrespects you? You're out here getting caught with weapons. You calling out individuals for squabbles. You calling people the B word, busters, cowards. You ready to get it in. Anyone says anything bad on you, on your name, you ready to squabble them, right? Well, where was that energy in there? How come you didn't squabble these dudes who talking about voting you off the yard? How come you ain't squabble a dude or bust on them that's talking about you got to go stab somebody? They disrespecting you and disrespecting your name, but you didn't have that same energy for them. That's the problem. That's the point. Period. He went PC. Again, I have no problem with JHood personally. That may come as a surprise listening to some of this, but I just want to clear it up because he's in the clubs out here, clearly a little loaded, throwing up all these gang signs. He's talking about your big homies know who I am, ask about me, you better ask about me and all that. And these individuals, they just don't get it. It's over. You're done. Once you go PC, once you snitch, I don't know that he snitched, they said that he did. So much so that they voted him off the yard twice. They got him off the yard. And he paroled from a PC yard in a cell with a rapist, apparently, allegedly. Whatever, whoever he was in the cell with, even according to him, he was on a PC yard. You say 50-50, I say PC. So you call it what you want, I'm gonna call it what I want. I'm gonna call it what I know it is. PC. That's where he paroled from. Once you parole from there, don't get out here calling people out for face, throwing up your hood and all that, hanging out in other people's hoods. You're not supposed to even be able to go to your own hood, much less somebody else's. And the fact that he can go to his own hood and be in the club with his homies throwing up gang signs. And the fact that he can go to Hoover Hood and be in Watts and wherever else should be enough for you all to say, I don't want no parts of this game. Zero. I want none. I want nothing to do with it. Nothing. Are you kidding me? There's no fealty in this game. These individuals are not sticking to any code, any rules whatsoever. What's the proof? What's the proof, big fella? Well, JHood is in the hood. That's the proof. JHood is in the hood. An individual who admitted to going to PC. Damn, why he went, bro, we've all had it hard. I've been in situations where I've been by myself and they talking about Hoovers can't be here. I'm not rolling it up. I'm not telling the police I gotta go. Bro, you gotta get up to your. I'm not telling the police I gotta go. That's not gonna happen. I'm coming out here swinging this damn thing. Anybody that's in arm distance is getting sliced up, bro. That's it. Come on with it. I'm not going nowhere. Not like that. Not telling the police I gotta go. That's out. That's prison. We've all been in tough situations. outnumbered. The opposition has more strength. That's your reason to bow out, to go PC? Okay, fine. Yeah, maybe. But accept the fact then, after that you're all bad now. Don't do that and still puff your chest out. Don't do that and still throw up gang signs. You can be a Muslim. You can go to the mosque. You can be at home and be a family man. But you're not supposed to be in the hood. If you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. And the fact that you can be, the fact that you are just in the hood chilling, after you have admitted that you paroled from a protective custody yard, tells me all I need to know about why I should not be over there. Hanging around individuals that will allow you over there. I'm over there chilling with individuals that would accept a PC who supposedly snitched. No, sir. I'm good. So that's why JHood went PC, bro. The same reason most of these dudes go PC. Because they can't take the heat and because they want to. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. Many people that went PC. A lot of my homeboys, a lot of my big homies, all kind of shit. I'm not picking on JHood. I'm really not. I've never met that. What they say I was in the county with him, so I don't know. But I'm just saying because, he got out here doing what he was doing. He's in jail now. Hopefully he can get out, bail out, whatever. Stay free. Get out of these situations, man. That's what I'm saying. You can't straddle the fence. You still out here in the street and all that. You're not supposed to be. Not anymore. That's over for you. You went PC. That's it. Give it up. The game is over. It's a wrap. You bad peoples. And anyone else who went PC is bad people. That's it. Ain't nothing personal. But you could have paroled from the hole. You're supposed to come out and get off. The same energy you got for Crip Mac and all that, you're supposed to have that in there for them dudes telling you to get off the yard. I'm not getting off the yard, bro. Especially if I didn't do nothing wrong. Especially if I did not snitch and y'all just dirty politicking me. Oh, no. Me raise my hand and tell the police, please, y'all got to get me out of here? No, sir. No, sir. What, go stab somebody? Hell, you take this. Man, what? No. No, bro. No. There's no excuse for going PC. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for it. You can try to make them, but they don't exist. There are situations where, again, there have been some questionable situations. Tony Goofy is in a very tricky, questionable situation. Talked about this before. Many people disagreed with what happened with him. But it was hard. He came out, it was hard. As I said, been many dudes, bro, who didn't just, get off the yard. Okay, no. Get off the yard? All right, man. And they came out they cell and got cracking. And went to another yard and got cracking. And went to another yard and got cracking. First, immediately, because they already know they're about to be attacked. They all bad now. Dudes want their ass off the yard. You got to go. But they not bowing out. A lot of these dudes, they just can't accept it. Because some of these dudes were some riders before, bro. Some of these dudes were some strong individuals, killers. They made one mistake. Whatever that mistake was, they made a mistake. But they were killers, for real. And everyone knows it, and they know it. And so when you talk about, man, you got to go PC, they can't accept that. I'm all bad now. They can't accept it, man. I'm one of them boys. I'm a reputable. I'm a beast. I'm a killer. And it's hard for them to accept that they did this, they transgressed, They flouted a rule or a protocol that they were not supposed to. In a moment of weakness, we all have moments of weakness. In their moment of weakness, they flouted a rule or a protocol. And it was career ending. And they don't want to accept that because they've been so stout in their careers with no smut on them the entire time. But again, it takes 20 years to build a reputation, and it takes 20 seconds to lose a reputation. And they built their reputations for 20 years. Strong reputations, extremely so in many cases. In a moment of weakness, 20 seconds of weakness, they lost their whole reputation that it took them 20 years to build. And they're no longer that guy in anyone's eyes other than their own. Because they can't accept the fact that they're all bad now. Because they were all good for so long. Everyone loved them, respected them, doted on them, looked up to them, looked out for them, revered them in the hood, revered them in prison. And then they went and did something bad. And now that sentiment has all reversed on them and it's changed. It's just the opposite. Everyone has lost respect for you, but you don't get it. You still think you're the same guy that you were before you had that moment of weakness. In many ways, you are still that person. You were that person for 20 years. And that was 20 seconds of you. I get it. But accept the fact that that 20 seconds ended everything, bro. That's it. It's bad. You're all bad. You're bad peoples now. And these dudes cannot accept it. They won't accept it. That's why you see them out in the club throwing up gang signs. That's why you hear them talking about hanging out in someone else's hood. They can't accept it. And the dudes that's hanging out with them, they need to be PC too. What the hell? They need to be PC too. All bad. You can hang out with them in a different setting. At a restaurant. This my boy, man. He went PC with this my boy. He got kids. I'm taking my kids and he taking his kids. We going together on a family trip to Magic Mountain. Okay. Seriously, that's cool. But in the hood, on some gang culture, gang banging stuff, and you done went bad, it's all bad. I hope that answers your question as to why I'm not over there. And again, nothing against JHood. I don't know that man. They say I was in the county jail with him, like I said. And by all accounts, he was doing his stuff in the county jail. I said that many times. I can't take that from him. But all of that stuff goes out of the window once you go to PC. In my eyes, that's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I have no mercy on that because I've been in situations too where it'd been easier to just tap out. It'd been easier, bro. It'd been an easier route for me. I'd have had it a lot easier in some of these situations if I would just raised my hand and bowed out. And had I done that, I wouldn't be out here acting like I'm one of them guys. I'll be out here saying, man, I went bad. I PC'd up. F the game. Get out of the street like I did, you know. I'm still saying get out of the street, but not because I went bad. That's it. These dudes not accepting it, and that's where I have a problem. That's all. That's where I have a problem. They out here, they start misleading people, putting out misinformation, having people believe that it's okay to comport yourself in a certain way, and it is not. I have to combat that message, for those who believe that it was okay. Because again, you say, well, what could he have done? Somebody talking about, you got to go stab someone. Again, these decisions are not made lightly behind those walls, for one. So for them to make that decision, someone felt something, bro. They gathered up some evidence. I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. I'm not from Stevenson Village. But they felt like something was there enough to where they're talking about harming someone, bringing violence to someone, and ending someone's career by sending them to PC. Someone who they once say was strong as hell, one of their boys. Why would you make this decision to send one of your boys over there, to brutalize one of your boys, to put a snitch jacket on one of your boys' boys? Why would you do that? Unless you have a reason. Unless there is something there that maybe we don't even know. For him to come to this decision. You can't make this kind of decision lightly. If you do, that's you. That's your ass. You in trouble now. You done just brutalized the individual, stabbed him up, beat him up, called him a snitch, and ran him off to PC, the homie, the bro, the young loke, the young rider. Man, y'all done effed up. Y'all in trouble. That's how that go. That's why I said, if they dirty politicking you, just come out and get off. I'm one of them boys. I ain't PCing up. I'm getting off. And then my boy's gonna get y'all, because y'all dirty politicking me. But once I go PC, they can't justify that. They can't have my back, even if I was in the right. Even if I didn't snitch. No one wants to hear that now, because I went all bad. I went PC. And now, like I say, they're talking about he was in a cell with one of these people. But it don't matter. Even if you wasn't in a cell with him, you was on the yard with him, it's a PC yard. There's no 50-50 yard. Nothing but PC. No 50-50. 50-50. 50 plus 50 is 100. 100% bad. 100% all bad. 100 bad. 50 and 50 equals 100% bad. That's it. Stop carrying guns. Stop hanging out in the hood. Stop throwing up gang signs. You're all bad. And that's for anyone that it went all bad. And there are many. Why am I just calling out JHood? I call them all out. There are many. All these dudes are switching these hoods. Man, these dudes, man, I'm sick of it. It is what it is. Be who you are. That's the game is all bad now. That's why you shouldn't be in it. You better get out of it. And if you're not in it, God bless you, don't get in it. It's a dead-end street. There's nowhere to go. There is nowhere to go. It's bad. Be with your people. Be with your boys. Chill with them. With your crew, with your little group. But not in the hood, not hanging out somewhere else doing something strong and productive. Be respectful to yourself and to each other. Be kind to one another. Be kind to your people. And don't be violent towards one another. Again, hopefully JHood gets out of this situation. I don't know. Someone actually explained it more in the comments that they heard an audio of him or something. He was in a car. They say his homeboy was in the passenger seat as far as why he got arrested. And they were in Watts or on their way to Watts. This is what someone told me in the comments. This is what I read in the comments last night or so, or early this morning or something. And that police put him over and there was a gun in the glove compartment of the car. I haven't confirmed any of this. Information, again, is fluid, is ongoing, it's coming in as far as to what happened with JHood and his arrest. But again, this individual saying that they asked who the car belonged to. JHood said that it was his car. So they took him to jail for the gun that was in the glove compartment. Now, his homeboy could have still said it was his gun, even though it's my car. His homeboy could have said it's my gun, I believe, and JHood would not have went to jail. Apparently, that did not happen. They said the passenger did not go to jail. I believe they said that it was his homeboy. It could have been someone else, but I believe the commenter said that it was his homeboy. Somebody was in the passenger seat, and they walked away scot-free, but JHood did not, for the gun that was found in the glove compartment of his car when he was pulled over by the police, either in Watts or on his way to Watts, California. That's the latest. That's what I heard. That was in the comments. Again, don't quote me on that until I, read some paperwork or whatever, find out exactly what happened. I don't know. All we know is that he locked up for either a gun or multiple guns, something like that. We'll see. See if he has some sort of probation or parole hold, if they let him out soon or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Again, I just wanted to clear that up, because people were making comments. That's all. That's why I wanted to clear it up. People were in the comments in my video and other videos, I believe, just saying certain stuff that, what was JHood supposed to do? They selective politicked him. They dirty politicked him and all of this. And I understand that sentiment, but, if you've been in prison, then you understand what I'm talking about. It's just the way it works is you can't go PC. You got to do what you have to do, but you can't go PC. And you can, but once you do, that's it. You can't get out saying, I went PC because of this and because of that. They dirty politic me and they trying to get me to stab someone and I didn't want to do it and I got voted off. And everyone still respects you and say, oh, yeah, I understand that. I understand why you went PC. No. For the people who understand it, it's because they're not really about their life. They've never been behind those walls. And they didn't have to go through anything. Because if you have, and you have to go through something, then you're going to look at that situation and say, nah, bro, no. We've all had it hard. We all had to go through something. You should not have went PC. That's the last thing you should have did. Damn what they talking about. You should have been getting off then. Don't go PC, at least not on your own. That's it. Stay safe and stay free, people.